Hello, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Stone, and this is grammar, not spelling, grammar lesson number 9 over singular and plural nouns. We covered common and proper nouns last week, and so this time we're going to decide if those common nouns are singular or plural. The thing about this lesson is it's going to be fairly easy, but spelling is going to count on this because you have to remember the rules, and it specifically deals with IES, ES, S, and things like that. So spelling is going to count on this week's quiz. So let's take a look and see what we're going to be talking about. It says nouns can be singular or plural. A singular noun names one person, place, or thing. A plural noun names more than one person, place, or thing. So they give you an example. Singular is I visited an exhibit at the county fair. Plural would be I visited 3 exhibits at the county fair. So that's the difference between singular and plural. In that case, they're only adding an S. Now, we're going to see the different rules that you have to follow when you're making something into a plural noun. So if you remember the rules, you're not going to have a bit of trouble on this quiz. So let's take a look at the rules. It says add S to most singular nouns. So if I have the word bird, I'm just going to add an S, birds, to make it plural. Bee, I'm going to add an S to bee to make it bees. So in this case, I am just adding an S to a singular noun. And this is the way it is in a lot of cases, okay? However, there are different cases, and that leads us to the next rule. It says add ES when a singular noun ends in S, SS, CH, SH, or X. So if I have the singular noun of bus, okay, I am going to make it buses and just add an ES. So they've given you some examples there. Dress, I has 2 S's on the end, and so I'm going to add an ES, make dresses. So these are fairly straightforward if you remember the rule. So add ES when the singular noun ends in S, SS, CH, SH, or X. Now the next rule, this is where I think it starts to get tricky. So it says when a singular noun ends in a vowel, okay, vowel, remember, is A, E, I, O, and U, and a Y, add S. So if I have the word boy, look at the Y on the end. What comes immediately before the Y? It's the vowel O. So all I'm going to do is add the S after the Y. Look at the word key. I look at the Y. I look at the letter immediately before the Y. It's the vowel E. So all I'm going to do is add an S to make it plural. And then look at the word holiday. I look at the Y. What is the letter right before the Y? It is the vowel A. So all I have to do is add the letter S. All right? So that's when you just add an S. The next rule is when you add an I and an IES. So when a singular noun ends in a consonant and a Y, change the Y to an I and add ES. So I look at the word lady. The last letter is a Y. I look at the letter right before the Y. It is a consonant, D. So I'm going to drop the Y, add an I, and then an ES. If I look at the word family, I see the Y. What letter comes right before the Y? It's the consonant L. So I drop the Y, change it to an I, and add ES. And then the last one. The word is cherry. I see the Y. I look at the letter right before the Y. It's the consonant R. So I'm going to change the Y to an I and add ES. So if you can remember those rules, you will do really well. All right. So let's go ahead and flip to the practice set A. And it says write the plural form of each noun. What I want you to do is I want you to go through and I want you can look back at the rules if you need to, but I want you to change those singular nouns to plural nouns, but make sure you follow the rules and it has to be spelled correctly. So go ahead and do 1 through 10. When you're ready, come back and we'll check the answers. All right, now that you have finished your 1 through 10, let's take a look and see if you spelled them correctly. So number 1 is wish. You're going to change it to wishes. So you should have spelled it W-H-I-S. Oh, that's totally wrong. W-I-S-H-E-S. Number 2, bunny. I look at bunny. I see there's a Y. I look at the letter right before the Y. It's an N. So I'm going to change the Y to an I and add ES. Number 3, it ends with a CH, so it should be PATCHES. The next one is donkey. It ends with a Y. So I look at the letter right before the Y. It happens to be a vowel, E, and so all I'm going to do is put an S on the end. I don't change it to I just, because it has a vowel before the Y, so I'm just going to add an S. Number 5, it ends with an X, and so all I need to do is add an ES. So taxes is TAXES. Number 6, the word is celebration, so all you're going to do is add an S to the end of celebration. Number 7, it ends with SS, so the rule is that you add an ES. Number 8 is song, so I'm going to change it and make it plural, and all I have to do is add an S. Number 9, the word is party. I see that the last letter is a Y. I look at the letter right before the Y, and it is a consonant T. So what I need to do is I need to change the Y to an I and add ES. And then the last one, fox. It ends with an X, so I have to add an ES and make it foxes. So pretty easy rules to follow. Okay. You shouldn't have any problems with this. All right. And so we will have a quiz on this, pretty easy quiz, on Friday. However, you need to remember that spelling is going to count. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you at school tomorrow.